So traders, now that we've looked at how the market reacts to liquidity, we know that the market is drawn to liquidity like a magnet. We can actually start looking now on how to utilize liquidity in our setups and how to actually benefit from liquidity sweeps. Now we can see on the chart, I've already got some swing structure pointed out. So we've got a swing low by here, a swing high by here. Now you can see that there was a break, but the candle immediately after did reject back under the swing high. And when you're looking at swing structure, guys, one candle break is not good enough to determine if a swing high has been broken or a swing low. So bear that in mind for future videos. You can see that we've got a demand zone by here, which was marked out and that was rejected. That was on the last counter trend candle for the impulsive move. And you can see that although you don't have to draw all this, you can see lots of levels of inducement built up here. You can see that there was liquidity by here, inducement by here. You could have even drawn it like this. Doesn't matter how you draw it. You just need to know that the inducement is being there and the market is being manipulated back to swing supply or demand. So you can see that it's come back nicely into this. So now we've had some structure breaks to the upside, some major structure breaks. We just mark out some bosses by here. So you can see that we've had structure breaks to the upside, but we haven't actually broken out of this swing high again before the market has actually started being reversed back down. If you'd been drawing liquidity, you can actually see liquidity is being built up already. You can even see there is liquidity by here. And if we actually follow the market back, so you can actually see that there is imbalance by here. You can see that by the wick of this candle not touching the wick of that candle. So we're going to follow back to the last counter trend candle here, guys. And you can see that there was a counter candle pullback by here. So the wick of this candle is actually above the wick of that candle. And we're actually going to draw our order block. Now, as I did mention earlier, if you've got a large wick taking up the majority of the candle, that is where the imbalance likely originated. We are going to draw our order block inside of that. And now we're going to start playing price. You can see that the market has been nice and rejectful of that order block. And with a bit of luck, it is going to come back and start breaking structures to the upside before breaking swing structure. So we've got a break of structure here, guys. Now we are still within this large range. And if you didn't get involved in this opportunity, as we are still in the discounted portion of the range, that's anything below the halfway point of the range, we can actually still look for trades. So we've had this break of structure now to the upside, and we've actually had two equal highs printed by here. You can actually see that there is also two equal lows by here. Now what can happen, guys, which happens a lot in the market, is you will get a sweep of one side, and then price will sweep the liquidity built on the other side or the other way around. As the swing order flow is bullish, we're in a large bullish range. We know that this liquidity that's being built up above the upside, you can even see it by here as well, that is likely to get swept rather than the liquidity building up from the downside. So although this is building liquidity, guys, it's less likely to sweep as the order flow is bullish on a swing scale. We follow price back. We can actually see, although very hard to spot, that there is actually a small amount of imbalance by here. And if you were using the last counter trend candle, it would obviously be this large candle by here. Obviously, we're not going to use that as it is very large. So in these cases, you can actually use the last bullish candle of the movement. We're now going to play price again. We'll actually draw some dynamic liquidity by here. And obviously, like I said, this can happen the opposite way, so it can sweep this side first before sweeping downwards. This came about from a volatile news event, guys. I think a lot of my community actually did get involved. I actually did have an order set by here, which you can actually check from my Discord, but you could see that the liquidity was actually swept to the upside, and then the liquidity was swept to the downside. And now that we've had a tag into our order block, we can actually wait. You can see that you've also got now on a larger time scale all this liquidity being built up above here. We know that is likely to get swept and a new swing high to be printed.